Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of 89 Garage. This is going to be a shorty. I'm releasing a little bit quicker than usual because I have a couple questions for you guys. All right, so my first question for you guys is, what goes in the drip rail right here? That greasy garbage, what goes in there? What do I need to replace it with? Maybe I replace it with something that's not in there. What's the best method of doing that? My next question is this stuff right here. Opinions, please. Is this worth sanding down and trying to hang on to? Because look, I'll have to cut probably an 1/8 inch all the way around. Is that worth trying to sand down and do whatever to hang on to it? You know, then I can paint that as well with this wonderful product, Trim and Bumper by Rustoleum. Not a sponsor at all. That's all 100% my own opinion. I have 0 sponsors, by the way. Anyway, do I do that, or do I use these? Now, to me, these are way too big. They're way too thick. They look like they're not supposed to be there. If you look at the width, you know, they're another 1/2 inch. Sorry, get that better in focus. And man, this thing's dirty. I need to wash it. But they're another 1/2 inch bigger than the originals. You know, I assume so you have a 1/4 inch on both sides, and you know, you got enough surface area to glue down. Back to my question. Which one do I do? Do I try to attempt to save these, or do I just cover them up? I'm gonna add a third question now. For the wing, I am heavily 99% sure that this wing will be black. Will that look good black? Gloss, semi-gloss. Do I dip it like I did the hood scoop? Opinions, please. I asked about painting it solid blue or with aluminum on the bottom. I don't remember the count, but it was definitely in favor of having silver on the bottom. So you guys help me make that choice, and I'm gonna roll with it. Yeah, comments below, please. What looks better to you guys? That means a lot to me when you guys let me know. I don't know how long this video will be, but check it out. Today I'm out here painting. I'm not painting the whole car right now. I'm just getting all the trim ready to go, and it's actually turning out pretty well. I really like the finish on this stuff. Also got these here. These came black, but I wanted them all to match. This was a completely different sheen. It just looked like plastic. It didn't really blend all that well with everything else. Now the strange thing is, this paint here is the exact same paint I used right there, and it's just a different texture to it. That's why I'm thinking I'm gonna plasti dip that or wrap it. I'm not too sure yet, but like these here, I just went ahead and went over these with the paint too. They're not, at some point these will be replaced, but for now I'm just gonna a little paint over them. I got this here done too. I'm gonna sand those down. I need to clean up those drip rails, try and get those done today. The wiper arms, I need to do those again. This trim here that goes around the hatch, I did that with the 2X stuff. It's not as durable as this stuff here that I'm using, but I need to do those drip rails. I need to clean all the grease out of those. I need to also I also did the cowl cover with the same stuff I did this, the 2X, and yeah. The mirrors also need to match. I'm gonna take these down. I'm gonna scratch them up with 220. I don't know. Looks like they may have already been painted once before. Not too positive, but I'm gonna go with yes. So I'm gonna scratch these up a little bit and throw some primer on them and paint. First, I'm gonna cover up these with some tape. And hey, I know that guy. But yeah, cover these up with tape, and then I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, all over them. All right, I got them all scuffed up a little bit and went with some wax and grease remover over them. So I'm gonna find wherever I put the primer and start painting them up. I really don't care if this has a little, you know, overspray, because, you know, these things are not in that great of shape. I'll probably replace them as soon as I find some decent ones. In fact, this one is cracked right here. So anyway, yep. Guys, there are times when things just go how you want them to go. And yeah, it happened right here. That is exactly the look I've been after for this hood scoop. You can't see many stripes in it. It's not 100% dry right now, but what I did is I went ahead and plastic dipped it. Thought about buying some wrap. It's in my cart on eBay, but I decided I already have this. I'll give it a shot, and I am absolutely thrilled with how that turned out. Probably go over it one more time. I've got, I don't know, 2-3 coats on it right now. Once it dries all the way out, it's gonna look freaking sweet. Couple mishaps here. I got a little overzealous with the paint on this mirror, and it's got a couple runs in it that I'm gonna have to fix. This one here looks perfect. That is pissing me off because it broke. Yeah, pretty upset about that. I don't know. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I have to buy a new one, but the budget is like this right now, and it sucks. I am the funder of this project. I am the filmer of the project. I am the doer of the project, and the critiquer. It's just me, basically, and it sucks. But yeah, I'm a one-man show, and I'm sure most of you guys are a one-man show. I will say though, my wife has come out and helped me clean up some things. She's helped me clean seats. She's helped me clean grease. The drip rail stuff, that was my wife cleaning all that up, and she did a spectacular job. When I had the motor out, she also cleaned the engine bay for me. So I can't 100% say I'm a one-man show, but because she will help me anytime I ask. But and she does a fantastic job. So anyway, I can't 100% say I'm a one-man show, but for the most part, I kind of am. I have to thank her for buying this car for me also, because if it weren't for her, Frankie wouldn't be here. If you haven't heard the story of why I have Frankie, COVID had just hit. My wife could tell I was going nuts. So she said, let's get you a project you can work on in the garage during all this garbage. So kind of bounced around a couple ideas. Fox body's always on the list, no matter what. A couple other things that were on the list were an XJ, or also I even thought about like an old Ford truck. I even looked at a couple Ford trucks actually. I was heavily interested in an XJ, but ultimately I decided to stick with the Fox because it was getting hard to find parts, and I had some Fox body parts already that I could use. So she actually advertised on Facebook, and Well, long story short, Frankie's here. Somebody replied to her ad, and here it is. She is the one that swung the deal. She's the one that actually even paid for it. So I have her to thank, and so do you, for this project. It's been really, really fun. Hard at times, but really, really fun.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Got this thing out of the hood scoop. Well, it wasn't in the hood scoop, but I did get this all cleaned up and sprayed as aluminum. This is out here just drying on the tailgate. There's a little bit of a shine right there. I think I went a little heavy right there. So we might need to come back over this just a little bit more. We'll see. But now I'm down to these and the wiper arms and the cowl cover. The cowl cover, I don't know if I put that in there, but I broke the stupid thing again right here, trying to sand on it. It is now much later in the day. More progress has been made, I should say. I still got all this stuff up here all drying. I took to the cowl cover, not really all that impressed with it. It's gonna have to get replaced. I bondoed a little bit. My whole intention is to get rid of this, get a new one at some point. Got the wiper arms sitting here drying. Looks like they need a little bit more still. About right in there. But overall, things are looking really good. I got this here that I had forgotten about. I found that sitting in the stack up there. And quite honestly, about the only thing I got left to do as far as the trim is concerned is go around these. So, yeah. Ooh, just got a message from Home Depot, by the way, that my blue paint is here. So I'm gonna go grab that here shortly. And I can start doing door jambs and stuff. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. The new phone books are here. The new phone books are here. Tell me what movie that's from. Okay guys, this here is the rattle can version of the paint that Frankie's planned to be right now. So we're gonna go ahead and just put a little right there just to see what it looks like. Anyway, I'm gonna spray right there. Cross your fingers right now, say a prayer, whatever, and let's hope it's the color I'm after. I really don't want to have to abort this whole program because, you know, it's not the right color. Alright, here goes nothing. Come on, baby, be the right one. Okay, I think I'm okay with it. All right, I threw down a little aluminum on this piece of metal here just to look, and I absolutely love it. Wiper arms drying. Drip edge drying. Cowl cover. That took me an entire day. Sanding, priming, doing wax and grease, and then painting, and then fixing the paint that I messed up. 'Tis the next day, guys. I'm out here just kind of assessing everything, getting everything all laid out. That I believe is going to be as good as gone. I think I found one for it. Let's see what else we got going on. Got the wiper arms done. I don't think I ever showed the antenna yesterday. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but there's that. Mirrors, both looking great. These are to light fireworks, by the way. That's why those are up there. That is an old school. You can tell by looking at it, that actually belonged to my grandpa. Anyway, got all this up here all done. My Northern Utah Mustang Owners Association stuff came. So that sticker, I don't know where we'll put it. Today my agenda is to find a home for all this stuff, but I'm gonna at least mask this all off and hopefully get it painted today. I'd really like to get this black window edge done. So yeah, both sides actually, you know, not just this side. We're gonna do it on both.
There she blows.
Okay guys, we are mid-flight here getting Frankie ready for paint. I gotta pull this thing out in the driveway and I just want to listen to Frankie. Oh yes. Can't get it too warm because we're working under the hood now. Man, I love that sound. It is again windy in this video and I apologize. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead. I bought one of these fender kits from LMR. I actually already used 2 of them. It comes with 6, but I used 2 of them on this bumper cover because I needed them, and I actually still have, I'm only missing one there, and then this one is actually incorrect, so I'm gonna swap that out to the correct one. And then we got these, I don't know what you call these, jam nuts, whatever they are, some kind of nuts. This one is actually missing the nut, so I'm gonna take these 2 out and kind of hope I can peel this back a little bit and kind of wedge it in there somehow, because I'd like to have that in there just for looks at least. Okay, that is going to afford us enough room to get this in here. Let's see. All right, got it started. Probably get a screwdriver and push that in. Okay guys, so my entire purpose of getting out here and everything is so I could actually, I'm gonna mask the inner fender apron off and paint this blue both sides. I wanted to get these ends all done before the car's actually painted. Yeah, overspray, that'll sand right down just fine. Just a little sandpaper, it'll come right off. All right guys, we got Frankie back in the garage now. This is a little better look at it maybe. I am indeed a rookie. I don't know what I'm doing. Said that before, right? yeah, this is my first go around with paint, so I'm doing what makes sense to my head. There's probably a better way of doing all this, but that's fine. Well, guys, Frankie just keeps on giving. I kind of noticed this the other day when I was poking around, and I didn't really realize why. I knew this was somewhat torn, but I didn't realize it was this bad. I guess what I'm going to do is grind this down and see if I can tack this a little bit. Okay, I got it somewhat metaled up here. I don't know what you call it, ground down. I got my screwdriver in here and kind of bent stuff out to where it's supposed to be. Close as I can get it anyway. And we're just gonna roll with it. I'll bring you guys back in a minute after I got a couple things tacked up here, and you know, it'll probably look like crap. I'm warning you right now. Okay, little burnt hair, burnt this, that, and the other, burning rubber, you know. Anyway, I got it all stitched up about as good as an idiot can do. I have no gas, so that's about all I can do. That little guy there is all I got. In here, that looks ugly, I know, but we had such a gap in two places that I just kind of built this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just grind this down. I know I'm not a good welder, but this here, I think I can make this look somewhat decent. Okay, my whole reason for even coming out here was to paint the door, you know, so it matches blue. I really wasn't expecting to get into this, but that's really, it's like 9 billion times better than it was, so I'm happy with it. I guess I could have sanded that corner a little bit better than I did, but I'm happy with it. It's gonna look just fine. I might come over this with a little bit of spot putty, fill in those scratches a little bit, maybe this little bump. But other than that, you know, I'm completely satisfied. I got a little overzealous there with the primer, but really and truly, it's not going to go anywhere now, and that's pretty thick right here. I got a little sloppy, and that's fine. I really got thinking, by the time I sit and mask all this off, this is all getting replaced anyway, and the paint comes off the window extremely easy. So I just let it rip, and got a little overspray here and there, but that is perfectly fine. The other side, I think I'm gonna get away with not needing to paint it. When I looked at it a second ago, it kind of looked like I can probably just clean it. It's just a little dirty. The other side though, somebody painted it blue, and we didn't want that. So, well, when I say blue, it was a really ugly blue. It's all gone now though, because I painted over it. Let me remind you that the entire goal of Frankie is just to make it better, not to make it perfect. And I think I'm achieving that so far. Well, the wind shut the door on me one too many times out there, and I pulled her back in the garage. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do a whole bunch today with that wind, but did at least get this done. I think it looks pretty okay. Went ahead and got this all taken care of here. Pretty happy with this color. The more and more I look at it, the more I like it. So we got the jams to do still, and then we're actually pretty dang close. I am leaving the hatch black. I decided that leaving the hatch black and that black, I'm gonna be just fine. I really don't want to tear the hatch off to make it look perfect, because Frankie's not perfect. I think you guys understand though. I think you're right along with me, right? So I'm out here working. I hear some sirens, and I look over here and there's fire over there. So that's a little bit troubling. We're only about 3 or 4 minutes later and it's getting worse and worse. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't become a problem for a lot of people. I'm gonna call this video a wrap. It is hot outside. There's a canyon on fire. It's getting late. We got quite a bit done on this one, so it still needs a lot, but we're getting there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of new subscribers, lots of new comments. Thank you very much. Keep the comments coming below. Keep the subscribes coming. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And until next time, peace.